Yesterday and Saturday, this past weekend, there have been heavy fighting in eastern Congo, so north of the city of Goma, near the town of Kitchanga. As a matter of fact, it was in that town that the heavy fighting took place. The fighting was not between the Congolese army and M23, but it was between these M23 rebels and local militias called Wazalendo. So the Wazalendo militia is made up of young people, young men and women from the communities in that region, in Masisi. And they are saying that the government in Kinshasa has abandoned them. The government in Kinshasa has let their parents to go to the refugee camps or the internally displaced camps. And these young men cannot take it anymore. So what they have done, they have managed to get guns and formed militias, and they've been fighting M23. Last week, there was evidence that they had killed more than 1,000 of M23 rebels. And then there was about 500 M23 Rwandan soldiers. Rwandan troops were seen crossing from Rwanda to Congo through the Virunga National Park. Huge columns of soldiers, several columns were spotted of soldiers or people in military fatigue coming to Congo to reinforce this M23, because the Wazalendo militias made up of teenage boys and girls was almost going to finish them, annihilate them. And now what happened is that after this reinforcement came from Rwanda, they've tried to take back that town that they were kicked out of 2 weeks ago, the city of Kitchanga. One of the residents here is saying that on Saturday, we have taken refuge in the parish. So they went to this Catholic compound. The M23 rebels have been in Kitchanga since yesterday, meaning Saturday. That is one resident who said that. And he also said they saw some few wounded people who have been taken to hospital. Then on Sunday morning, there was also more fighting, but we are still afraid to go out. So that is what a witness from there said. And the fighting was that, from one group I was leading the comments, is that when these M23 came, there was a Wazalendo left, went to the hills. And once they got to the town at night, from 3 a.m., the Wazalendo young men descended on these rebels again. And that means a lot of rebels, the M23, have died. Today, the report is that M23 is still in Kitchanga. They have managed to hold on to the town. But it won't be for long, because what has happened, there is a ceasefire in place that makes basically forces the Congolese soldiers and army not to engage, which is part of a peace agreement that was brokered in Luanda, Angola. So it's called the Luanda Accord. But there have been some special forces from the Congolese army spotted fighting alongside this Wazalendo. And as you can see from this video, these are the new special force in Congo. They are called the Republican Guard. They are among some of them are those young men we saw last year who volunteered to join the army and fight this M23. So these are those young men. And as you can see, they have new guns. They have even surveillance drones. They have been trained in the methods of even using DJI drones. So they are fighting like the Ukrainians. They have new equipment from Turkey, purchased from Turkey, new guns from Turkey. And as you can see, even their uniform are different. So these are the people M23 is dealing with. And they also have to deal with these militias called Wazalendo. So that is what is happening in Congo. So if you know more of what is going on there, kindly go to the comment section below and let us know. Let us know what you think. Do you think that M23 will continue fighting in Congo and requesting reinforcement from Rwanda? Or do you think eventually the Congolese people will kick them out? And before I end this video, today there was another thing that happened on the border between Rwanda and Congo in Goma. So there's a group of these young men who also calling themselves Wazalendo. And Wazalendo basically means patriots. So anyone who thinks he or she is a patriot in Congo automatically is a Mzalendo. So they are part of the Wazalendo, the patriots. So there was this group of other young men calling themselves Wazalendo who walked up to this border, and they were singing in some Rwandan song, Kinyarwanda, and they were threatening to go to Rwanda. Of course, the Congolese police managed to stop them. Also, that border, there is now a new wall that has been constructed using makeshift iron sheets, some metals and barbed wires to stop people from trying to cross to Rwanda, because a lot of Congolese people are so angry they want to go to Rwanda. And it won't end up well. If they cross the border to Rwanda, the Rwandan troops on the other side will shoot them. So that happened today in the morning. That's why I'm showing you this video.